Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we living. As of this video being recorded, we are less than 3 hours away from the NFL regular season kicking off. Chiefs, Ravens, Thursday night football. Every team starts 0-0. But, of course, some fan bases are more optimistic about their team's chances this season than others. Well, The Athletic attempted to answer that question as to who are the most optimistic and pessimistic fan bases entering the season. They call it their NFL Hope-O-Meter. Had a lot of people mention whether nearly 12,000 fans responded to the question of what are you optimistic about your team or are you pessimistic about your team entering the season. So this video is just going to show the results of the 5 most optimistic and the 5 most pessimistic. Let's start with the optimistic. So the percentages are how much percentage of their fans are optimistic about the team this season, and leading the way, the Detroit Lions came so close to their first Super Bowl appearance last season. All the reason in the world to be optimistic about their team. But what I'm surprised about is, that the Chiefs aren't number one. 1.3% of the fans that are pessimistic. I question, why are you pessimistic about your team? I mean, 2-time Super Bowl champions seem to have improved their wide receiver group. Yes, they lost Algerius Sneed, but I don't understand that. The Bears are in third. Why? Probably because they've been looking for a franchise quarterback since the days of Sid Luckman, decades and decades and decades ago. Caleb Williams is that hope. I would be interested to see what their Hope-O-Meter score was after they drafted Justin Fields. Now, Justin Fields wasn't the first overall pick, but I'm sure the fan base was optimistic there too, hoping that he could be the future quarterback. Of course, as you know, now on the Steelers. Will Caleb Williams finally be that guy? Maybe to get their first 4,000-yard passer or 30-touchdown passer. Packers fourth, 97.1%. Again, understandable. Young quarterback in Jordan Love, who was arguably, a top 2, top 3 quarterback the second half of last season. And the Texans round out the top 5. Of course, C.J. Stroud, one of the best rookie seasons ever by a quarterback last season. Added Daniil Hunter to the defense. Joe Mixon as the running back, and traded for Stephon Diggs. So, a lot of reason for them to be optimistic as well, although their schedule might be a little harder this season. Now, the 5 most pessimistic, so these are the percentage of fans that were optimistic, but in last, the rear, the Saints at 16%. Ouch. Dennis Allen not necessarily seen as a top coach in the NFL. Derek Carr didn't really have a outstanding season last year. Some people believe Spencer Rattler might eventually take over that job. I am a Giants fan, and I am kind of with the 82.8% that are pessimistic. I've been saying 6-11, maybe 7-10. Malik Neighbors definitely gives me hope because they haven't had a true number 1 since Odell Beckham at wide receiver. They got a great pass rush, a great duo in Kayvon Thibodeau and Brian Burns. Of course, Dexter Lawrence, also one of the best defensive tackles, but just no faith in that secondary. I know they just signed Adoree Jackson, but he was on the street as a free agent all off season. Cowboys 19.9%. I'm guessing the fans are just, they don't even care what happens in the regular season. They're just assuming that the Cowboys are going to fade come postseason time. Patriots 24.7%. Maybe that would rise once Drake May gets a starting job and maybe he has a couple good games. Kind of surprising to see the Browns in the bottom five. I mean, they reached the postseason. Maybe fans just expect the worst. We know last time when Baker Mayfield made the playoffs, we thought maybe they could, be a perennial playoff team. They weren't. Deshaun Watson, all that guaranteed money, and since joining Cleveland, hasn't been an upper echelon quarterback at all. So do any of those results surprise you? From the Athletics, Hope Meter, 5 most optimistic, 5 most pessimistic. Really quick, I'll name 6 through 27. So 6th Bengals, 7th Rams, so most pessimistic the least. 8th Eagles, 9th Jaguars, 10th Falcons, 11th 49ers, pretty low. 12th Chargers, 13th Ravens, 14th Seahawks, 15th Buccaneers, 16th Broncos, 17th Commanders, 18th Dolphins, 19th Jets, 20th Cardinals, 21st Colts, 22nd Titans, 23rd Bills, 24th Vikings, 25 Steelers, 26th Raiders, 27th Panthers, and the Bills are the last team that have over 50% that are optimistic, and they came in 23rd. They had 60.7, and the Vikings 24th at 41.7. Let me know what you think about these results. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Subscribe, like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.